Hello guys and welcome back to 3D Genie. This is a quick overview on how to get started in 3D printing and the three main steps of 3D printing. Before we get started, let's understand the three main steps of 3D printing: the design, the slicing, and the printing. So first, on the design, you want to take your blueprint, which I'll show you on the next slide, on the 3D CAD file, and then make it on the 3D CAD designer. Next, you're going to slice that file into layers and then make it into a code called G-code so the printer can understand and read it. And finally, the last step, the printing. It's where filament oozes out of your nozzle and prints your final 3D model. So before we even get started, we want to have a blueprint on our basic design. Right here, I have a water bottle stand to keep my water bottle upright because it keeps falling down. I've already got my measurements and everything written down. If you want to learn more on how to draw a blueprint, watch our video on that. So after this, we're just gonna jump onto a CAD software, which is a 3D modeling software, and then design this based on our measurements. We've got a blueprint of our design. We're gonna model it on a CADing software. I'm using Tinkercad, which is basic online CADing software. So I'm just gonna show you an overview of the interface of Tinkercad, and then I'll just design my product. Right here, you have your basic tools like home, the screen to full screen, zoom in, zoom out, pan, and you got your movement tools for your cube. You can click home and I'll come back to this position. You got your basic tools up here and some advanced tools here. We also got a ruler and notes, but even grid space snap grid. Right here you can put in objects and scale them to whatever size you want. Now I'm going to real quick design my item based on my blueprint, and then I'm going to get back to you guys. So right here with my dimensions, I got my water bottle stand blueprint designed. But right now it's only in the CAD software and the printer can't read it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, we're going to click export, and right here there's nothing else in the design, so we're going to click everything in the design. And then because we're going to 3D print it, right here we're going to click STL. If you want to slice it on online software somewhere else, you can use these tools, but right here we're going to use an external slicing software, so we're going to click STL. And then it's going to download onto your computer. After that, we go to the next step, the slicing. So after we've got our CAD file on our design and we've downloaded it into an STL 3D model file, we're going to upload it on a slicing software, which slices the model into layers so the printer can understand it and read it. It also converts it into a coding language called G-code so the printer can read it and print your model. First, before we get started, let me show you the basic tools on Ultimate Cura. Right here, you got your basic work plane where you upload your files. Then you got your settings for your print settings and how you want it to print. And right here, you got your preview so you can see the model once you upload it and how it's going to print. So before we get started, we want to upload our file. So we're going to go to File, Open File, and then open our brown water bottle stand from the Files tab. Right here, as you can see, we got a round water bottle design into our file. Then we're going to go here and click Slice. After we click Slice, they'll show us some basic information on our print, 16 grams and 43 cents depending on the price of the filament, and it takes 2 hours to print. Right here you can change any settings, which will also change the print time, the grams, and the price. But right here I think the settings are good. To get more information on these settings and how to use them, watch our Ultimate Cura Slicer video. Then we can go to preview and then we can see the layers and how it's going to print. After you have a layer, all you can do is you just need to click play, and then it's going to start printing, showing you how the printer is going to print it. If we zoom in on these, you can see it broke it up into layers, and this is how the printer is going to print each layer. After this, we're going to go back to prepare, and we're going to hit save to disk, and it's going to make us save it on a file. We're going to plug in our SD card into our computer so we can save the disk on that and then put it on the printer. After that, we're going to click print. Here's a quick time lapse of the print, and then let's get our final product. So I hope you've loved that print model, and that print turned out great. It works perfectly, and it's a perfect solution to my everyday problems using 3D printing. And it also uses my passion of solving problems and my passion of 3D printing and combines them together. So now let's just revise what we learned. The designing phase is when you take your blueprint and design it on a CAD file. And then you slice it into layers and convert it into G-code so the printer can read it. And then you click print, the printer prints your file according to the G-code that you gave it. And then you got your finished product. So if you want to learn more about these, we have more videos on our website, 3dgenie.square.site, on each of the videos and and an in-depth tutorial on how to use each of them. Thank you for watching 3D Genie.